Well guys, I got 3 of the jack stands out from under the little birch haven. Got to the 4th corner and my airbag was flat, so I've got it hooked up, or I've got the compressor hooked up. We're gonna bust it off and see what happens. Thought I might get around here where there was enough blocked to be able to watch the airbag blow up. Inflate. Blow up is a bad choice of words. So as you can see, well, it's already coming up some because that's loose now. But it had deflated, and it was to the point that that was just not, it was jammed on there. So I'll put that as a reference to the movement. They air up pretty fast with that little compressor. I'll get it to where it's roughly level in the back and call it good for now. I've got them shut off at the little flat or a valve up there. You can maybe see it. Seems like this thing's been putting out kind of dark content lately where you can't really see that good. I'm hoping that Insta360 will be better once I get the hang of that. And maybe it won't shut off randomly either like these GoPros seem to. I had this one in the Transmode yesterday and looked back at it and it said it had shut off because of high heat condition. It was 60 degrees outside, maybe 65 inside there. So I don't think this was built for our southern climates. I have had trouble with them a lot in the past. All right, you can see those little aluminum cones poked out there, and you can see how much I've raised it since just that few minutes. It actually looks level right now. In fact, it might need a little bit in this side. Looks like that's rared up a little. All right, well, that didn't take long. Well, I've had some friends concerned, and rightly so, about the clearance here. So I'm gonna do this live, raise this dude up so I can put the jack stand under the back of it to show you how the geometry goes on the thing a little bit, which is kind of weird. But it pretty much just raises up straight because of the way the bogie pivots. The pivot's back there. So I think we're gonna be okay. We'll see. Let me show you what I've got done so far, because I'm about ready to take a little break and drink me a soda pop. This little beast is on the ground again. I noticed the tire's low. These are brand new tires, so not rolling might have something to do with them not holding air great. Dang, that one's about flat. I'll have to get my little pump out post haste. That'll be a good break for me. I'll do that and pump those tires up while I'm waiting. So we got the little Transmode. Sorry about that. Got the little whipping around there. So I got the little Transmode up off the ground for the first time that I've had it. These little dudes weigh about 12,000 pounds, so they're a little sketchy to mess with. Those are 6-ton jack stands. There's specific places to jack it up and to put the jack stands. There's a really good YouTube video on that. in case you're looking at this and thinking you want to do it sometime, be sure and check that video out. I'll try and remember link. It's Jim Bounds, one of his raising a motorhome, and he raises a 23-footer just like this one. So the jacking points are going to be the same, but in short, you look for where the frame's got double metal on it, and you can tell because there's a frame going up, frame going in, and then rivets along it. There's one there, and then one on the behind the front wheel right at the doorway, and these are on both sides. They're the same. So I think I got it raised up enough to get under it. I think I might go from the back because I know it's higher up back there. I barely got the front raised up where I can get under it, but I think I do. There was no getting under it without raising it up. I don't care how skinny you are, it ain't happening. You might get lucky and find a ditch somewhere that you can get on both sides of. All right. I kind of want to close my eyes because I got a feeling this is going to be bad. So this is where the rear tank goes. There's a line going to the generator. There should be a pipe right here with where an elbow goes. And let's see what they did. Could have been worse, I guess, but it's pretty slipshod anyway. They cut the pipe, or they maybe just took it off. That feels like a dimple on it. It might have had a pipe with a fitting on it. That's weird, because it feels like it's let me get a picture of it here. What is that doing that? Okay. If I can find the right size of pipe, that'll be fairly easy. I just go from here back to the edge of where the tank goes. So it could have been worse. That could have been gone too. That tank's about to fall out of there. That's great. Well, it ain't going nowhere because of that one, but see that there's a bolt there that's supposed to have a 3/8 nut on it like over here, but it don't. We got the freeze plug, and we got the pipe here, the piece of hose here. I'm not sure if it's leaking or not. I've been smelling a little gas. Kind of looks clean, like it might have been leaking a little bit. I'm not for sure. Okay, well, that could have been worse so far. There's 3 bolts here. 1, 2, 3. So they're in there. They put one of these little cheesy pumps on it. It's even going back there to the generator. That ain't much fuel pump. That ain't much fuel filter. So that's not great. Let's look at the rest of this here. This is the part that had me scared. That looks like that's the sending unit connection for the factory. Sending unit on the tank. Okay. Well, that's the, looks right. Then there's a few vent hose. That little one here beside it, let me see if I'm showing it to you. Yeah, that little one there beside it's a vent hose. I'm not convinced that made it all the way back here. It might have. Yeah, it probably did. I think that vent hose goes to this little rigid hose here. I can't really see it good enough, but I think that's okay. Okay, well, we got one tank, and then we got two down there off of the birch, and maybe we can get a set out of it. Mufflers look good and solid, even though they've kind of done a Dukes of Hazzard and skidded on one of them for a ways. Okay, there's my starter. I gotta take bolt off here, and this bolt, it'll come off. There's two connections up here. You know what I'm going to do is take that daggum some water, take that dang filter off, and be draining it all out real good, and then I can have a little more room to get those wires on. So it looks like what, 5/8, 3/4 thing. Well, I mean, it don't look too bad. Gotta polish this, of course. Maybe that'll come later. All right. Okay, that's not as horrific as I thought it was gonna be. I need to measure and see about how long a piece I need, because it just comes from where's my hand? It just comes from right there, the width of the tank basically, and has an elbow on the end of it. Okay, this is the vent hose, and it goes to the top of the tank to vent the fill line where it'll fill up. Then there's another one on top of the tank here that goes to it somewhere. There it is. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of dark under here, but there's a T in there, and that line goes in there. Where the heck's my hand again? I keep getting the camera upside down and it orients weird when I do it. Okay, yeah. So that'll go all the way to front. I think there's a canister too that's not plumbed. I saw the canister the other day. I may have to run a whole nother line back there. Okie doke. Sorry if you got seasick on that deal. I wanted to show it to you though. Well, it's been a pretty fun day. Got it starting. Sounds pretty good, really. Seems like it was still dragging on the, let's see, was it #1 battery? I think #1 battery, it was still dragging a little bit. And it still kind of is. That one could be down. It was, one of them was really nasty. The post was really nasty on it. So here's the other one. You heard that. That one just bust right off. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll keep an eye on it a day or two, check back on it. I think I saw a leak in the radiator, so I'm going to go look right quick at that. Yeah, that looked green. I don't know if you saw that or not. So that could be leaking on that neck. Possibly on the hose connection, but probably not. I don't know. It's a good round and a half on there. It was kind of loose. Might have got lucky on that thing. It looks like the radiator was rotted out and painted not too long back. Probably when the ping pong guys did it. Seeing a little bit of corrosion on that fin there. I'll probably put some bars leak in it. Lease Neville, or Lease Neville. I thought it was probably one of them big old honkers. That's good. That's good till you get to where you have to buy one. We got some leakage here. I don't really know if that's front timing cover. Yeah, it's probably a timing cover. That mounts a honker. All right. While I was under here, I found my positive cable that goes to the starter. I don't know if you can see it now or not. Probably can. It was all the insulation was knocked off of it. It kind of goes through those stainless oil cooler lines, but it didn't look like it had grounded out any. The only time it'd be grounding is when you hit the starter, but that could be bad. So there's my let's see, wait, a charcoal canister. I thought it was still intact. Let me make sure I got a shot of that for you guys to see. Yeah, I think I do. Can't really tell on this tiny little screen. Anyway, it's there. So these things have a there's a pretty good leak coming out of the transfer case, or the differentiator. It's front wheel drive. Oldsmobile 455 and a turbo 425. That's got a pretty good oil leak there. You know, there's a possibility that's transmission fluid, and it could be leaking out of that dipstick. I've seen them leak before. They got a little O-ring on them. That'd be worth a look before I get too excited, because it's sure wet all around it. Could be that. That side looks pretty good. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that coolant leak right now. I found a guy that is a wizard on this stuff named Dave Lindsay, and got a hold of him, and I ordered me the boot for this. Not sure how it's going to be to take apart. It probably won't be too bad, but it's blown out. It needs replaced. Little boot was 30 bucks. Can't find stuff like this hardly anywhere. I really appreciate what people are in the support community and still making stuff for these old things. There's still a bunch of them out there. It's not like they're making any tons of money on it, but it's keeping them alive. All right, I think that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna take it off the jacks and then I'm gonna go in and get cleaned up. Got a little bit dirty today. My arm's pretty impressive. T-shirt's not bad either. I sure like this t-shirt. I may have to soak it in some gas and see if I can get it clean. All right, well, it's been fun. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate you guys. Take her easy.